Hello, my dear children. How have you been? Summers are here, and I'm seeing you after such a long time, isn't it? So, what are you up to these days? Lot of summer camps, isn't it? Learning new things, enjoying with your friends. Well, that's how it should be. Summer vacations are a lot of fun. You must have a good time with your family, with your friends, and learn new things, isn't it? Well, today is Saturday, and I'm again back with another story. This time, this story is from the south. The story is from the Vijayanagar Empire. And you know who lived there? Tenali Raman. Yes, we are talking of the famous and the clever Tenali Raman. This story is about Tenali Raman and the two thieves. Have you heard the story before? Okay, some of you have heard and some of you haven't. Okay, I'll refresh your memories. It's very interesting. You know, Tenali Raman was a very, very clever person, and he used to be you could say, the main person in Vijayanagar Empire under King Krishna Dev Rai. He was known for his intelligence, for his wit, and it was well known all over the kingdom. Now, one day, Tenali Raman was going back from the darbar or the office that you call these days. He was going back from the king's court back to his house. And you know, those days, everybody was very worried. There were a lot of robberies, lot of thieves were coming to the town and robbing people, stealing gold, stealing a lot of precious things. So everybody was very concerned, and Tenali Raman on the way was just thinking about it. How to deal with this? How to deal with this? And then, well, he said, things will happen and we have to find a way. So he kept walking. And as he neared his house, he saw that his garden was looking very dry, it needed watering. So he just thought, I must make sure that I should water my garden tomorrow. I need to take out the water from the well and, let me do some gardening, some flowers and some vegetables. I should grow some of those. With this thought in mind, he kept walking, deep in his thought. And suddenly, what did he see? There was a big tree in his house, a big tree. And there were a lot of bushes around it. And in those bushes, he saw two fellows who looked very scheming. They were sitting there. And they were making some kind of a plan, looking at Tenali Raman's house. And they were making a plan. But they did not see Tenali Raman coming. So Tenali Raman, suddenly he became very alert and he guessed as much that these two people were robbers, they were thieves, and he needed all his wit to outwit them. So very confidently, he walked up into his house and, he looked around and knocked at his door, and his wife opened and she says, Namaste, welcome home. Welcome home, husband. How are you? And he said, oh, I'm fine, come, let's see, we should be very careful. And look, the amount of jewelry you're wearing, my dear, we should take care. And he was talking very loudly. So his wife was wondering, why is he talking like this? But Tenali Raman went on. Oh, you're wearing so much of jewelry and there is so much of jewelry lying in the house. We must do something about it. So she looked at him. She says, what's wrong with my husband today? But Tenali Raman went on rambling. He said, my dear, why don't you go? Well, let's go inside and get that big trunk and let's put all our money, all our jewelry in it and let's, put it in the well and we can keep it safe there. Nobody will be able to steal it. But his wife was still perplexed. But then, very hushedly, what did Tenali Raman say? He told his wife, there are two thieves watching us. Just do as I tell you. She was also smart. She says, okay. And, quietly, they both went inside. They found a trunk, and they started, they got some stones and pebbles and all the junk they had in the house, and they put it in the trunk. You know what a trunk is? It's a big iron box where you keep all your valuables. So they put everything inside and put a big lock on it, and then they both carried it. It was so heavy. But then they managed, they went right next to the well and they threw it inside. Ah, Tenali Raman said, "No, I am so much at peace." His wife also said, "Thank God, Tenali, I'm glad you've taken care of that. At least now we are safe and we can sleep peacefully at night. Even if the robbers come to our house, they would know where to look for our jewelry. They would know where to look for our valuables." And both were happy and they both went inside and his wife cooked a nice meal for him. They both ate and they slept. The robbers outside were getting very, very fidgety and they were like dying to go into the well and get all the gold and the jewelry and the money from there. And they said, "Well, now we know what to do." Then Ali doesn't have anything inside the house. He's been so foolish. He's put everything into the trunk and he's thrown it into the well. All we need to do is get the trunk out. So, once Tenali Raman and his wife were sleeping, they went and they peered right into the well. And all they could see was water. Well, wells have water in them. So they said, "Well, we'll have to take out the water first." So they found the drawing rope and they put the pail inside and they got the water out and they threw it out. Again, they put the pail inside, got the water out, threw it into the lawn. And this went on for almost about 2 hours or so. So much of water was taken out and still the trunk was not visible. They were tired, so they both sat down. They said, "I'm so tired." The other one said, "Oh, how deep is this well? How much more water will we have to take out?" And they were really tired. And the sun was almost ready to shine. The day was breaking. And suddenly what happened? They heard a very familiar voice behind them. "Oh, thank you so much for all the water. My lawn is looking so good now. You watered my lawn. My lawn is nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. From where have you come, you gentlemen?" Well, the thieves looked at Tenali Raman and they said, "What is this? He's gotten up." And they ran from there because Tenali Raman was an important person in the court. I told you he was one of the most important persons. So the thieves were scared for their lives. They thought that now Tenali he will capture us, he will take us, and we will be put behind bars, we will be in jail. So they just ran for their life and they ran and they didn't stop till they came to the next town. And Tenali Raman was quite happy. You know why? First of all, his jewels didn't get stolen. Secondly, his lawn was looking so nice. There was water, and I told you Tenali Raman was quite worried. The plants were getting quite dry. The lawn was dry. So he was very happy. He called his wife, "Wife, dear, come see, my lawn is looking so nice. The water is there, and now we can plant some vegetables and some flowers in the garden. And yes, the rocks and the junk is safe in the well. And all our jewelry and money is safe in the house." Okay, so they both were so happy that they were totally excited about it, about their lawn and the safety of their jewels. Well, children, wasn't he clever? He was, isn't it? Well, he thought on the spur of the moment, and his wife also got the cue, and they both got into action and saved themselves. So it's very important to be in your right frame of mind. Be alert. Think intelligently, and you will be able to find a way from the worst of situations. Isn't it? Well, so how was the story? Did you enjoy it? You must read it up also. Okay? Who all like to read books? I do. I'm sure many of you also do. Okay? So find out more about Tenali Raman and write to us which story you like the best. Okay? So, children, it was nice being with you today. See you soon. Bye.